Hello everyone, MP Hater here. Welcome back to my newcomer's guide for Elden Ring. This is part 29. So in the last episode we fought both bosses of Siofra Riverwell, and in this episode we're going to start and progress some side quests before going to the Altus Plateau. But before we do that, we got a couple of items to pick up. I did not have you pick up these items along the way, so we're going to go ahead and grab them. So got a somber smithing stone right here. Around the corner here is some gloveworts. Over here are some golden runes. One right here and another one right here. And then over here is some more gloveworts that we didn't pick up. I'm going to turn back around, start heading back the opposite end. And we should see some more glovewort out here. And a gold pickle foulfoot. Sometimes I'm awful at seeing these things, so I think that's all of them, though. All right, so next, we're going to head over to Ronnie's Rise, and we're going to go talk to Celovus. Because Blythe actually suggested we talk to Celovus because we are unable to find the Nokron City access.
Well, the task was not to only. Well, now's as good a. There's a glint to. She owes me. I'll write you a letter.
He's going to give you Celovus' introduction, and he wants us to go find Selen, who apparently owes him.
Young apprentice, you are a so now.
So we'll go ahead and give her the letter of introduction. Clearly, her and him have no love lost. She's directing you that you need to kill Radon. Our intentions with Radon up to this point have just been to get back the item that he has, the piece of the Elden Ring. But apparently, we're going to have to kill him. At least to progress Ronnie's quest anyway. So this is actually Castle Redmane. It's where we're going to have to go eventually. We're under-leveled for dealing with it. And once we get there, it basically unlocks Radon's Festival. This entire area becomes one giant arena. It's actually a pretty awesome fight. But with that, we're going to head over to Jarburg next to collect some crafting materials. So Jarburg is a place that has living jars. And I think I missed an item over here. I did. And then I also think I missed an item near the graveyard over here too. Just a Trina's Lily there, and smithing stone there. Okay. Otherwise, off the edge here is a drop. Some of these are a little precarious. Just try to tackle them slowly. And then we're going to jump onto this building for some more crafting items, smithing stones. So there are some living jars here. We're going to go ahead and grab the grace first, though, and then there are some golden runes along some sarcophagi down here. So we're going to go south. Okay, so whatever you do, don't attack what's in this village. None of them are hostile to you, and nothing that you take will trigger them to be hostile to you either. We're going to find a lot of various types of pot items, though, so pick those up.
Cuz I didn't think.
So they want someone that they identify as a potentate.
Gosh, it's not easy. I know. It's just a little tap.
I think it's supposed to be kind of like their ruler or leader.
Your skin. You need. I'm sorry. What a shame.
Apparently, we are not.
We can still come back and visit.
We are not smooth-skinned enough. Anyway, we'll find out more about these creatures in the DLC. It's actually a pretty messed up story. Anyway, there's a number of Miquella's items here. There's also some Arteria leaves down here, and again, they don't respawn, so pick them up. Another cracked pot. Living jar shard. And a ritual pot. So, that should get us all the items in the village for now. We will be coming back here later. This place is actually tied to Dialos's storyline. Otherwise, though, what we're going to be heading for next is going to be the Round Table Hold. So for starters, if we head into here, you'll notice that Roger is not doing so hot. He is definitely on his way to expiring.
Well, I took you no matter lay out your own.
So we're going to go ahead and grab some upgrades. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go tackle some of the final side bosses of Liurnia. We're going to head for... I guess we'll do the Church of Vows first. So there is another ball-bearing knight here. And again, like before, if you can't beat this boss, don't worry about it. Come back for him later. But I'm going to go ahead and try.
Greetings.
So we'll go ahead and give him our scrolls.
Very well. Heresy. Old thing.
Give him our prayer books.
All thing
If you want to learn anything, feel free to.
in a faint
Otherwise, make sure that you have progressed his dialogue.
Then I would like concerning Radigan repented he ordered this mirror and so you to restore to absolution. Is there some the miracle and this time if you I hope that
Alright, so once his dialogue is progressed, we're going to progress time to nighttime. If Muriel is still in there, which she is, sit down again. Alright, now he's gone. So just like before, this guy is pretty tough. You can see all the death patches. Alright, he's dead. So again, try to stay on him. He's going to give you the Meat Peddler's bell bearing. If you stay on him, it will keep him doing mostly physical attacks. Otherwise, we're going to head for another boss. So you might remember this boss over here. So physical damage is what this boss is going to have. It's going to do best with strike damage. One thing I'm going to recommend is if you are a magic user, where is it? Rock Sling. Rock Sling is really good against this fight. So I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Otherwise, though, he's not particularly susceptible to anything. Bleed works okay, though, so we'll go with that. I'm not gonna bother summoning for this fight. If you can hit him in the head, by the way, you're going to do the most damage that way. Especially with the Rock Sling. kill them if you need a refill. That's your gain. And he's dead. That's going to give us another dragon heart. So there are multiple Dragon Communion locations, by the way, in the game. Since I'm not really worried about Dragon Communion at this point of the game, I'm not really paying attention to what I'm buying. I'm just going to buy up all of the Dragon Communion stuff. So got another ability for that. The next thing that we're going to be heading towards is the Altus Plateau. However, we need to decide how we want to reach the Altus Plateau in this case. Method number one is we can come over here. So this is in Caelid. This is called the Fort Ferrith. Now you might remember previously we collected at Fort Height the other half of the Dectus Medallion. And the half that we don't yet have is over at Fort Ferrith. So we can go over there to get it. Now, option number two is going to be, you might remember Patches. So we met him in the Murkwater Cave. Yeah, Murkwater Cave. And he ended up telling us that we could use one of the abductor virgins in order to get to Volcano Manor. So that abductor virgin is actually at the bottom of Raya Lucaria Academy. The caveat though is you have to die to its abduction / swallow ability. And when you do, it's going to take you up to Volcano Manor, which is way the hell up here, actually past our map, you know, top of our map right now. So that is an option as well to get there. The caveat with that, though, is that you have to kill... It basically teleports you in front of a boss fight against two abductor virgins. You have to kill both of them in order for you to be able to progress to Altus Plateau. So option number three is for us to go to the Ravine Veiled Village. And there is a dungeon here, a tunnel, that will take... It's a pretty long tunnel, and we will eventually go through there, but... There's a boss in there, and once we defeat that boss, that will also unlock access to this place. That boss is called the Magma Worm Makar. So those are the three options that we have. I'm going to go for the more official option, which is to go collect the medallion, but if you're on a second or third playthrough, for example, you might consider one of the other options. So we're going to head over to Dragon Barrow Fork. So we're going to head along this path, avoid the dragons. So just heading west. Eventually this is going to split left and right. We're going to take the left. There it is. Now there are a bunch of dragons out here. They're actually not that hard to kill, but again, we haven't really started tackling Kayla's stuff yet. There are 5 of them around this giant dragon. This is Grail, by the way. And if you kill all 5 of the dragons around Grail, Grail will die. Each dragon killed here will do 20% of his total health. Now, there is a trick that you can do with Grail. Behind him is Fort Ferrith area. So a trick is to attack him from behind. He won't be able to defend himself. And kill him. When he dies, he's going to give you a whole lot of souls or runes. And then all 5 of his children, or her children, will also end up dropping runes as well. Now, if you're fast about it, you can run back and rest at the grace sites. And as long as you've done it before it's fully dissolved, it'll respawn. And you can keep repeating that process over and over and over for something like 30 to 40,000 runes easily. And then, of course, we also have items like the Foulfoots, so you can boost your rune acquisition. We also have the Glintstone Scarab. Later, we're going to have other scarabs that give us an increase in our drops. So consider that if you're trying to farm for runes. Otherwise, though, we're going to head in here. We'll worry about that later. And I'm just going to run through here. There's no sense in worrying about the enemies in question. So a bunch of bats. Up top, this is the Dectus Medallion. And then off here, you can drop off for some neutralizing boluses. Now there are 3 of these drops. 2 right there, and here's our 3rd one. You can drop down. And then we're going to jump over here. Bypass the enemies, drop down here. And this is Radigan's Store Seal, sorry. So this is the upgraded version of that Radigan item that we picked up previously. Anyway, there's not much else in this place, so we're going to go ahead and leave. So climb up, drop back down here. And we are done. Let's see. I'm at 50 for Vigor. We'll head back to Dexterity and Arcane. And next we're going to head towards the entrance to Altus Plateau. So we're going to go to the Bellum Church. And we're going to head south and get on the main road. All right, so pick up the sanctuary stone, then we're going to get on the road. Now, be aware that as we get closer, we're going to be, there's going to be trebuchets that launch stuff at us. You can see one in the distance there. I'm going to go along the left-hand side here. We're going to try to avoid them best we can. So come over here for a rune arc. Aye. Okay. So, these things. We've seen a few of them throughout the game. You can get behind them, kill the enemy that's behind them. He takes a lot of damage to kill. If you jump on the blowhole, however, from above, you can do a plunging attack that does an instant kill on it. So, not really any easy ways to do that here, but that's a consideration. Otherwise, though, we're going to sneak a little bit. Get this guy to chase us. Oh, I'm out. Well, shoot. So the ball-bearing knight didn't kill me, but this chump sure did. All right, come get me, bro. Okay. So as you play with these enemies, there are some items over there, and there's an item over here. We'll go ahead and pick up. Should probably have paid attention. All right. So now we're going to come over here, kill another one. The scarab you heard, by the way, is just a red scarab. It's actually on the wall. So come over here for a great mace. Couple more enemies over here. There's another scarab over here. This one is just a normal one for magic. So we're going to come off to the left here first. There's a scarab over here with a somber smithing stone. We're going to collect that real quick. The opposite direction heads to the Frenzied Flame Village. We actually came down this path the other way previously, though we didn't make it all the way here. Anyway, come up here, pick up the Dragon Wound Grease. I'll go ahead and rest at this one. Melina wants to talk.
Spoken echoes of shall I share them? In marrow, the earth become one to wallow.
So now that you've got both halves of the Dectus medallion, we're just going to basically stand in between these two pillars and hoist the medallion. You'll get a cutscene. I'm going to go ahead and skip them both. So, if you helped Raya regarding her necklace,
I've been waiting. I knew you. I hereby take my hand.
she'll offer to take you to Volcano Manor. We're going to say no for now. And then we got two of these guys to deal with. They're not nearly as intimidating as they seem. Don't fight them both at the same time, by the way. That's a terrible idea. Okay, they're both dead. We're gonna come over here for a grace. So we're going to take this path to the split up ahead, and then we're going to be taking the left split. So Melina wants to talk again.
The Erd tree is close. Only a little further till the foot. It takes me back. I was born where Mother gave. Though now the reason.
So Bach has now traveled with you.
Bach the seamster, ready to make adjustments. Oh,
So nothing really to say yet.
do these-
We're going to go a little bit further before we wrap out the episode. Got a golden seed, and then up this path is a map marker. So we've now unlocked another crimson flask. I'm going to go ahead and give myself now 2. So we're now up to 11. And with that, I think that's going to do it for this episode. We have wrapped out some of the final stuff that's in Liurnia. We still have a few things left to do there, but by and large, most everything is done. And now we've made it up to the Altus Plateau. So we're going to be tackling this area in the next couple of episodes before we head over to Caelid. And until then, thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next one.